George Russell the type of guy who has a chance of winning the French Grand Prix?
Yeah, why not? Why not? We'll definitely be going for it. I think there's a lot of expectations upon Mercedes this weekend. Not too sure where that's come from, but you know we're definitely improving the car. We're closing that gap. We're bringing some small improvements to the car again this weekend, and it's going to be hot. I think that favours us slightly as well. So yeah, we'll be going for it. But realistically, I think if we do everything perfectly, we'll be about a tenth and a half, 2 tenths behind Ferrari and Red Bull if we do things right.
Interesting. What is the atmosphere like within the team? Because obviously it's been a very difficult start to the year, but the progress you've made, the updates that you've put on the car, everything seems to be moving in the right direction. Have you felt a change from the sort of initial frustration?
Yeah, I think it's probably the first time this season where we feel like we truly understand the car and we understand what needs to change to make the car go faster. Whereas we spent so long trying to understand what the problems were, how to resolve that, and not necessarily making the car go any faster. So, I mean, we knew after the first test it was going to be a tricky start to the season, but now I think we feel in a good place as a team that we can build off this and make some greater strides.
A lot of question marks after Austria over track limits and quite how rigidly they were enforced. This is another track where track limits always comes up. What's the feeling amongst the drivers at the moment in terms of your relationship with race direction, the consistency that they're showing with regards to things like track limits and other issues on and off the track?
I mean, it's not easy ever, this role. There is a rule book and that has to be respected, but equally the rule book needs to evolve as life evolves, as regulations evolve, and you know, we need to have these open and honest conversations. As long as we're all on the same page, I think there's no issues, and I think as a collective we're still trying to work towards that same page as such. So you know, we'll have some more conversations this weekend. But track limits itself, you need to go back to the root cause, and that is ultimately the circuits. And if you give the drivers the opportunity to go off, we're pushing the boundaries. We will inevitably go over those limits sometimes.
Asphalt, white line grass.